yeah, the sampling rate is 100 microsecond. This is the sampling rate. Okay, this will in question it will be given to you. So sampling rate means that after 100 microsecond, I will take a sample. Okay, so let's say this is 0. Let's say this is 100, 200, 300, 400, 5, 6, 700, 800, 900, 1000. It's 100, 200, 300. Okay, and let's say this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So can you tell me how many bits I will require in this case? The output is up to 16. Maximum value of voltage is 16. So through 4 bits, I can identify up to 15 decimal number. Okay, this is in decimal number. So in 4 bits, I can get up to 15 decimal number. 2 to the power 4, that is equal to 16. 16 means 0 to 15. So in this case, I will need 5 bits, because through 5 bits to the power 5, that is equal to 32. I can get bits. I will check it. That is 32. It means I can represent the decimal number from 0 up to 31. So that is greater than 15. So I only represent 16 up to 16 decimal number in 5 bits. So over here I will take sample, because this is 100 microsecond. Sampling rate is 100 microsecond. So here I will take a sample, and that is 12. So 12 is in the decimal number. So let's convert it into a binary digit. So over here we get a value, and that is 12 is in decimal, and in binary it will be this is 1, 2, 4, 8. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. So this, if this is on, this is on, this is 0, this is 0, then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is 12 in binary. So over here I get one sample. After 100 microsecond, I get one sample, and that is 1100. Now after another 100 microsecond, then I get another sample, and that is this value, that is 15. Okay, this is 15. So 15 is, this is I represent this number in 4 binary number, but here maximum value is 16. So I must represent the binary number in 5 bits. So this will be like this, 0110. This will be like 01100. Then the second sample give me the voltage, that is 15. So 15 will be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this is on, this is on, this is on, this is on, and this is 0. So this give me 15. This is my second sample. This is the first sample. This is the second sample. Then the third sample is again 15. So third sample will be same. Fourth sample is 16, and that is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. So that will be 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. So this is on, then it will give you 16. Okay, this is my fourth sample. Fifth sample give me value, that is 13, and 13 is 8, 9, 10, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 13 is, if this is 0, this is 1. This is 1, 0, 1. So these binary bits give me 13 value in decimal. This is my 5 sample. So similarly, you will take all samples like this. Okay, then you will draw the digital graph, and digital graph will be like this. For all these interval, I have a fixed value, that will be 12. For all these interval, I have a fixed value, that is 10. For another interval, I will get a fixed value, and that is 14. And for third sample, for third interval time, that will be same. Then further I will get 16, that will be like this. Then so if my sampling rate is less than, let's say my sampling rate is less than 100 microsecond, let's say my sampling rate is 50 microsecond, then the accuracy will be more. Okay, if your sampling rate is 50 microsecond, then the accuracy will be more because your this graph will be near to this analog graph. Okay, because if you see over here, and from this up to this we get an error, and that error is this. We get a minute amount of error, and that is this one. From this point up to this, we get this much of, yeah, this much of error. From this up to this, we get this much of error. Okay. So if you decrease the sampling rate, then the accuracy will be high. So you can say that the sampling rate is inversely proportional to accuracy. Okay. But if you decrease the sampling rate, then the cost will be high. Okay. Then your ADC, analog to digital converter, cost will be high. So this is all about the analog to digital conversion. Okay, there are some numericals, so let's go toward that numericals. Okay, convert the following decimal number into a binary number. So can you solve this? Zavera, try these parts.
0, 1, 1, 1. It will be 842, first one.
Okay, it will be 1100. 1, 2.
No, 842.
Yeah, that is 8421. Yeah, that is the weight. Okay, you don't need to write this all the time. Okay, you can write it on pencil. Okay, for your own guidance. You don't need to write this all time. 1248. Okay. So in binary, you need to convert this into a binary. So this will be 14. So 8 plus 4 is 8, 19, 12.
Second one is 0, 1, 1, 1.
Yeah, 110. Yeah. Okay, 16. 16 will be 1, 1, 1, 1. 8, 19, 12, 13, 14, 15. No, 16. 16. That will be 1, 2, 4, 8, 16.
0, 0, 0, 0, 1.
Yeah, so that will be, yeah, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. Good. 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. Good. Achha, convert the following binary number into a decimal number. So 1, 1, 1, 1. These are the 4 bits. So it means that in decimal, the value will be 0 to 15. In between this range. That is 15. Good. What about this?
11.
Yeah, 11. Good. Okay, next question is the diagram in figure 20.1 to show a digital signal at the start of the long cable and at the end of the cable. Both diagram and are drawn to the same horizontal scale time and vertical scale voltage. Okay, it means that the graph is same for both. For both curves, the graph is same. So the first part is explain what feature of the top diagram show that the signal is digital. As it has same amplitude, okay, and it give you 1 and 0, only 2 bits. It give you 2 value. So that's why this signal is the digital signal, okay. State and explain 2 advantage of the digital transmission over analog transmission of the data. So last time I discussed about this, that what is the advantage of the decimal number, digital number. So digital number is easy storage. Okay, you write for this, that easy storage and easy processing. And in digital transmission, and if your signal is digital, then you can easily find the error. Okay, or you can say that you can easily filter out the error. Okay, like if this is your cable, okay, and you want to transmit digital signal, and here your bits are 1 1 0 0 1 1. Okay, so these bits will flow through this channel. Channel means this medium. Okay, and let's say this cable is the coaxial cable. Okay, and let's say over here noise attack on this cable, and noise flip the third bit. noise flip the third bit. Okay, so over here you will get output, and that will be 1 1 0 1 1 1. Okay, so if you see over here, there is an error, and that is one. This is 1 1 0 1 1 1 instead of 1 1 0 0 1 1. So in third bit there is an error. So if transmitter tell you that in third bit there is an error, so what you will do, you will only flip this bit. You will do like 1 1 0. So instead of 1, you will get it. You will make it 0 1 1. Okay. So, but if you want to transmit analog, you want to transmit your signal in analog form. So in analog form, let's say the signal is 50. And if the transmitter tell you that, and here let's say you get 40, you receive 40, okay? And let's say your noise attack on this signal, analog signal. So transmitter tell you that there is an error, so you will be unable, that multiple value will come in your mind. And in binary, only two value will come in your mind, that if there is an error in the third bit, or if there is an error in the fourth bit, so I will only flip that bit. I will only make this to 1 and make this to 0. So in this way, my error will get removed. Okay, so we can easily filter out the noise in digital signal. So that is also the advantages of digital transmission. State and explain two reasons why the signal at the end of the long cable differ from the signal at the start. So why it is differ from the signal at the start?
Because of interference.
Yeah, because of the interference. Yes, good. Because of the interference of the other spectrums of other frequencies. Okay, let's also discuss the noise. So noise is the unwanted signal, okay? Yeah, unwanted power. And noise is generally uniformly spread for the range of frequencies. Okay, it is uniformly spread and varied randomly in amplitude. Okay, so it varied randomly in amplitude. So that's why it has a greater impact on AM as compared to FM. Okay, so amplitude modulation is also, there is also a variation in the amplitude, and similarly in noise we also have a changes in the amplitude. So that's why noise has a greater impact on AM as compared to FM. So that's why we studied last time that FM is immune to noise, while AM is not immune to noise. Okay, so when I want to transmit signal, okay, transmit my, let's say I want to transmit signal through this cable, and also there is lots of noise, okay, noisy signal. So and let's say here the power is 40 dB, and here I get the power that is 5 dB. So it means there is some attenuation. So for attenuation of power, okay, decrease of power, loss of power, you can say that there is some loss of power in this cable due to noise signal. So we install amplifier, or you can say that we install repeaters. Okay, over here we install repeaters, so that will boost up the power. Or here we install the repeaters. So in the repeaters we have two types of terms. First term is the amplifier, and the second term is the regenerator. Okay, regenerator. Okay, so if over here, let's say your signal is like this. So if you give this signal to the amplifier, so the amplifier will amplify the signal, okay, and it will also amplify the noise. So it means that your amplifier keeping the signal to noise ratio same. Signal to noise ratio in amplifier, it will keep the signal to noise ratio same. We will also study about the signal to noise ratio after this, okay? And regenerator will clean the signal. First step is it will clean the signal from the noise, then it will amplify this signal or convert this into an original input power, original shape, okay? The shape which is over here. So it will clean the signal and then it will amplify. Okay, so in this case you will get output like this in case of regenerator. And in regenerator, the signal to noise ratio is not same. Okay, that is not same.